Nope, I've not driven in Paynton.
Okay, well, maybe we should try that then and test that.
I think the only bit we did is up by like the top of Livermead.
To practice,
Yeah.
when you first started.
Mm-hmm.
And then did we go to maybe went to the leisure centre as well as like your first?
Yes, yeah, we drove through the town centre type way and went to the leisure centre to. I don't know why, but yeah.
That's just to get used to being on the main road.
Right, okay.
But slightly different because I would have been very heavily helping at that point.
Yeah.
And going, this is happening, don't do this. Whereas actually now we want you to be doing that.
Yeah.
That might be a nice drive to do actually, to see the comparison. Not that
Okay.
you can remember it too much.
No.
I suppose.
I'm not sure if the seafront is open. I think it might be actually.
Why? Would it be closed?
Because they had that bridge work. They were doing that bridge across the railway, but I think it might be finished actually now.
Seems like that was open a while back, yeah.
Yeah,
Should
that
be
was
right.
why we took the quiet road up the back.
Little diversion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it might be open now.
Okay. Shall we go have a look at that?
Yeah,
Working
sure.
on that, like what's coming up. Maybe go through that town centre at Paynton.
Yeah,
really
sure.
hit you with that, yeah.
Yeah, so like along the seafront and
I'll direct us, but
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
basically. Unless you want to like sat nav it there or
No.
No.
I don't mind, but
You're right, no. I'll take the no.
No.
Okay, let's go do that. And so
I do have to at some point, don't I?
well, maybe when we get to, so we'll start with this awareness and planning,
Mhm.
and then maybe because then we're somewhere you don't know, we could use the sat nav to get
Sure.
us to something.
Is that the test where they do some on sat nav? Is that
Mhm.
right? I read.
About 20 minutes or so.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Or following signposts.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we maybe bring that in. That's a good idea. But it links to this sort of kind of awareness and planning. So as we're going out then with this awareness planning, do you want to give me commentary or do you want me to ask you questions about what's coming up?
Yeah, you can ask questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the commentary.
I don't mind it sometimes.
It's hard to sort of keep it flowing, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. I just end up being quiet. So.
I will prompt you not to be quiet.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Sure.
Right, let's do this.
Sure.
Can I just ask one thing before we go?
Yep.
Can I have some window open at the back? We've got
Yeah.
a cook in your house, haven't we? Oh, there he is. Awesome. I know you've
Yep.
got control of it.
Have you got it, or is it just me?
Press that little red button.
Red button. You can
That.
do it yourself.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't make him up.
Yeah.
Child logs.
Set the child locks on.
Yeah.
Right. Looks pretty good for me actually.
That might be a problem.
People in front of me. It's nice and quiet then.
I tell you what, this is already new in a way because
Yeah, we always go the other way usually.
Yeah, be turning up facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Were you waiting for me around the corner here?
No, I just
Or
went
you
to the
just-
shop to get a
okay.
drink. That's all.
So what were we aware of now?
Car coming. Another car coming.
So what's your plan once that car's out of the way?
To look to my right,
Good.
make sure there's nothing coming.
Good. That's going to be our theme. What you're aware of, what's the plan?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, sure.
It's about sort of kind of drilling in that, always looking for those moments. Is it right down towards the...
Yeah, we can take the right.
Okay, let's turn right. That's left, but okay.
Oh no, it's left, sorry.
Okay, we'll go left then.
Yeah. That's great, isn't it?
This is me not knowing.
Got my left and right
Not
strong.
knowing
straight away.
Torquay well enough.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going the main road, that'd be the back road.
Oh yeah.
And we can go straight on to get to the seafront as well, but
All roads lead to Rome.
yeah.
Okay. How about you take us to the seafront?
Okay.
Okay. What are we aware of at the moment?
Little kid on the side of the road, you know, it makes me anxious.
Yeah. Well,
Also got school kicking out, so there's usually a lollipop person.
nice. Seems to have retired a lollipop. Okay, where are
You
we
see
going
how
here?
first world I was then, person, not
Well,
man.
nice. Where are we going here?
We're gonna go right,
Good. So at this junction, then, what do we need to be aware of?
oncoming,
Good.
that are turning,
What would you do if they were?
stop.
Good. Okay. How are you handling this white car?
I'm gonna let him go first, just because I'm cruising slowly.
What about this one?
Wait. Now go.
Lovely jubbly. What's next?
Another school. So I'm going slow, check behind me.
What might be the clue that the lollipop lady's about to spring into action? What do they normally do?
Well, they look up and down to see if there's any traffic coming for a start.
Okay.
But then they kind of look at the kids, don't they, and go, "Do you want to come across?"
Okay. Yeah. I like that sense. The body language of them thinking about crossing. Do you know what they do with the stick first?
Probably wave it towards, like turn it so you can see it. But to be honest, I don't know actually.
They tend to sort of stick it out in the road before putting it up.
Ah. Do you know, I didn't know they had one there. I knew they had one by my house, but so we're going straight on here.
But I do quite like your idea of the fact that they'll be like, she was quite just stood chilled really, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Whereas if you're right, if she's looking up and down the road, assessing the traffic,
good chance
controlling the kids and stuff, yeah, it's definitely about to jump into action. Yeah, I like it. You know your guy that crossed the road in front of us the other day?
Yeah. You didn't see him again, did you?
With 2 kids.
In the road again?
Yeah, same place.
Oh, great.
Tell him right.
What a guy.
Exactly the same place. This time he was crossing the road with his kids, and my people had to stop and let him cross the road.
Ah, yes. See, you said keep driving.
Yeah, this time there's 2 kids involved. Like, he deserved running over, but his kids weren't. It's his kids' fault.
I'm never sure if I need to indicate here because it's dedicated lane.
Okay.
We have actually talked about it before.
Go on, then carry on that conversation with me. What do you reckon?
I think you would. Oh yeah, actually yes. Just because a pedestrian might be like me, doesn't drive,
Okay.
so they don't really know what the lanes denote.
Yeah.
And an indicator will indicate to them.
Yeah, just take your mirror, yeah. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Is anyone going to be confused by that signal?
No. So it's not a negative, so you might as well do it.
Yeah, because there could be a benefit. So
Yeah,
I would
okay.
definitely lean towards it. Certainly, if you think about it as well on the approach, at that point it's not clear which way you're going because you could go in either lane. So indicating on the approach.
Okay, yeah, so more indicating to that lane.
Yeah, that might help as well.
Okay.
Right, what are we aware of down this road?
The traffic lights that could change.
Could they?
These 2, yeah.
What's the likelihood of them changing?
50-50.
It's never 50-50. But
In fact, you are right. I think those ones are they're only if the button gets pressed.
yeah, it's pedestrian crossing, so the lights.
Yeah.
And there was no people there. It doesn't mean they're not going to change because some kid might have pressed the button on the way past.
Yeah, true.
I used to do that when I was a kid. It's very fun. Just to clarify, the normal traffic light is probably not 50-50.
Okay.
Because they're not red all the time, or like.
No.
I don't know what the odds are actually. I don't think I put a number
Depends
on it.
on the traffic, doesn't it? I think.
Or how long they've been red for, how long they've been green for. That can be a sort of deciding factor.
This is the bridge I was talking about.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty complete.
Pedestrian crossing. There's no one on it, but
Good.
could need to slow down if there was.
What else?
It's a cyclist lane to our left. I know that.
Did you see the warning sign for the cyclists?
I just know the road because I cycle on here.
And so
But-
cyclists come onto the road there.
Yeah, there's an on and then there's an off down the bottom.
Okay. But there was a triangle. Like,
There was,
There we go.
yeah.
Like that.
And a blue sign as well. Another crossing. Okay there.
What would you do then if there was, if you saw a cyclist coming down the path ahead of you at that point?
What, on the actual pavement?
Yeah, they're on the pavement, but they get into that point.
But
where
yeah,
that's come on the
just
road.
be aware they're going to shoot out into the road. Or, well, not into... Well, they could actually, because they have the right of way now. But yeah, that they're about to enter the actual carriageway.
Cool. If you say be aware, what's that mean with your car?
Be on my brakes, ready.
Cool.
Well, not be on them, but be ready to slow down, i.e. stop.
Let's go left lane,
Yeah.
towards Sequent. Good. What does that signal look like?
I'm going down there. Yeah, just thought of it as I did it. That's why I kind of knocked it off
Cool.
straight away. I do that too much because I kind of... it's that combination, isn't it, of wanting people to know what you're doing soon,
Mm-hmm.
but also too soon. If you get me?
Yeah.
Like not knowing the road at times, or not understanding, but not recognising how they're gonna see it.
So do we need a signal here?
Not at the moment.
Mainly because we're not really turning, we're just following the road around.
If we were there, I would have said yes to go down there just for the pedestrians.
Yeah. Okay.
So like what we talked about earlier.
I'm okay with that. So just gonna follow the road around to the right. I think I recorded an emergency stop there for that pedestrian. What we're aware of down this road.
Well, in summer it's going to be super busy, but
Yeah, it's
pedestrians.
It's weird how few parked cars there are on
Yeah,
this
it
road
is.
right now.
But yeah, you're going to have kids all over this place in summer.
Yeah.
Right, this one always gets me, this little junction here.
Okay, cool.
Right, well obviously it's pedestrian, but actually I can just keep going.
Good,
because
where's
it's
the
just a left turn for them.
Yeah, where's the giveaway though?
There isn't.
Well, there is one.
Oh,
for them,
but
yeah,
okay.
Not for us.
Yeah,
That's your clue that you've got their priority in that scenario. Yeah.
another pedestrian crossing, saying summer.
Yeah, this is
Gonna be
a
stopping.
very different road during tourist time.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody else?
Another one, nobody on it.
Okay, well, bye. So what else are we aware of here? Where are you looking at the moment?
We've got traffic lights ahead that can change.
Yeah, I
so
like
I can
them
look
looking
across the
grass, yeah.
field.
Yeah, as you came around the corner there, you just had this real, like, huge view all the way down the road.
Yeah, so you can get a good view ahead actually.
Yeah, so maybe if there was like built up traffic or an accident or something, it might help you avoid.
Yeah, all
Okay.
the traffic lights are out, so extra caution.
Good. What else is happening?
Got builders and stuff all over the place.
Yep.
Probably looking to cross because they're building on both sides, just like these chaps.
Good.
And I think we're going to stay in the left lane. Yeah, we are.
Well, what's going on behind us?
Got this white Mercedes.
Behaving?
Yeah, he's okay. He's giving me quite a lot of space actually.
Fella Mercedes. Always nice.
Oh yeah, we're in a Mercedes too.
Always nice to each other.
Yeah. But yeah, he's been behind us quite a way actually.
Good.
Yes, our favourite little mini roundabout. So we should plough straight across it.
No. What's our visibility like at this roundabout?
So it's okay-ish. There's bushes on the right.
Can you see if there's anybody coming from the right?
You can just look across that car park then. Eco. Yeah, all good.
Oh, it's around the corner. Did you see your eyes drop to the floor a little bit then? As you were turning?
Say again, sorry.
Your eyes, you sort of drop down to the floor like to get the turn right?
You know why?
Right, come on.
Because I spent a lot of time just driving, like we weren't going around the white
So you're
disc.
worried about that?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So what happened there was, and then that effectively,
The way you're going.
it slowed you down in a weird way because
Yeah.
you were almost trying to be too precise, and that's why I wanted you to look into the road, and then you can just drive off into that road. Let's take the left at this roundabout. Okay, so what else are we aware of here?
Real blind corner to the right.
Good.
For us anyway.
Where are you going to
so
place
we
the
get
car if
there.
somebody comes around? Good. That's an obvious answer. But
Yeah, but
it's just having that in your mind.
being
that
ready
I'll-
to go
I'll do
quite
this.
severely to the left.
Let's
yeah.
go right at the roundabout, and I want you
Okay.
just so we can practice going around the circle, the other right.
Sorry.
Tell me what you did. I know we said we were going over that. I just wanted
Yeah.
to go practice round the circle. Okay. So it's quite a tricky
You want me
one.
to go
yeah.
that way into town?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll loop around and come back.
That's shocking driving though.
Yeah, everyone's ploughing right over the top of this.
Not sure why he's letting me go.
Big turn round. Eyes into the road. Looking down the road. Can you see how you just drove off a little bit earlier there when you looked into the road?
Yes.
So initially when you started turning you were
You
looking
mean
down.
on the way out of it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm looking where I actually need to go rather than just at the directly, well, at the floor.
Good. So that's what didn't happen previously.
Okay.
You held your eyes down too long, and then you were a bit slow on the roundabout when we could
Yeah.
have been driving off, and you'd done the hard work, and you needed to start driving off into the new road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also means that you're going to miss stuff like pedestrians crossing the road in front of you
Yes.
in the new road.
Yes, true.
How
I have a
active
lot of lollipops.
does this lollipop lady look?
There's a lot of them, isn't there?
I know.
I didn't know we had that many until.
I was expecting this like road work guy. So let's get across into the right-hand lane here.
Okay.
And safe. There we go. Matt's giving you a nice demo of how it's done ahead of us there.
So this will take us round to the right.
So yeah, we're
Yeah,
sort of
just
following
trying
town centre at the moment.
Yep, sure.
I thought that bike was on the road then for a second. As we come around the corner again, then let's just have a think about what we're aware of. We're going to follow the road ahead.
Traffic lights, pedestrians, especially being in the town centre.
Good. Any other pedestrians looking like
they're
they
gonna-
might cross?
Yeah, those two definitely did.
You were about to be like,
I
nah,
was.
now everyone's fine, and then you're like, oh, what's
No,
that
I was
person
about to do my usual and stop and let them go.
Fair enough.
Lady in the road.
Good. We're going to take the road round to the right here.
Okay. It's just 2 lanes.
Where could you? Yes, it is 2 lanes. Think about the car behind you now.
Yeah.
Good. So where could you place your car?
They just pull a little bit. Motorbike. Make myself pretty
Can you fit
obvious.
in there?
I think I can, but very slowly.
Okay.
It's 2 lanes as well.
What's happening? Do you think?
Merging.
Are we merging, or do we get our own lane now? What's happening?
Left look.
Good.
I wasn't too sure. I thought we would have our
That's the
own.
right-hand choice.
Okay.
Well, you did, but there's parked cars in the way.
Right.
So
Okay.
effectively, you want to be in this lane, but those cars are saying.
So ideally, would I have just stopped them behind those parked cars? So I feel like I did probably make that dust van slow down.
I think he. So it depends. As always.
Cheers, mate.
It depends on. I think he slowed down because he knew you wanted to come across. So I think he offered you the option. So
I'm just
now
gonna
what
have
do
to
we?
stop.
Are we?
No.
Good.
Isn't there
If
something
you
like I
let me
can't
know-
drive at somebody while they're in the road though?
Yeah, well, yeah. Don't run people over. We'll go in the left lane here.
Okay.
Good. Actually, you know what? If you get the opportunity, we'll go back to the right lane. I think we'll go back and have another look at that.
Okay. What, the mergy bit? Okay.
Yeah, I was going to head off towards Finks, but I think it's worth just going and having another look at that. And so, once, assuming nothing else is in the right lane as we come around, just let the lorry move off fast, and you put the right indicator on. Good. And then we'll slide across. Good. Not sure who's honking horns. So just going back to what we were saying, the lorry, the dustbin lorry,
Yeah.
let you go.
Okay. I did see it in the mirrors, obviously, but
Yeah.
I just
So that was my question. Going to be my question. Did you move across because he held back, or just because you were like, I need to move across?
a bit of both, I guess.
Okay.
Obviously, you know me, I always like to put myself in a bad situation, but I did look and see that he was.
Holding
I wouldn't
back.
say, yeah, I'd say he was holding back. I wouldn't say I knew he was letting me go as such.
Okay.
But
he
that
wasn't,
I
he
had
wasn't
the
there.
no, I had the space.
Cool. That's all we need.
You know me, I'm terrified when it's your car. I wouldn't have just. Well, actually, I say that.
Should be terrified when it's anyone's car, but okay. So, staying in the right lane. So yeah, effectively what happens is you come around there, and ideally everyone would just have 2 lanes, but they put the place where people can park their cars, meaning you have to suddenly change your lanes.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that lorry could have been going past you, in which case you would stop. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to go right again at the lights and we'll have another look at it. Okay. Can you see how you can select that position nicely?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Don't let someone get round you this time. Yeah.
Especially before, he didn't actually make up to us, but there was a motorbiker like doing his little weave.
Nice.
So when I pulled out to the right, it was good to see him 20 feet rather than.
Hello. So same thing's going to happen. Those parked cars are still going to be there.
Yeah.
So we come around the corner. We need to be aware of what's in the left lane, and then we're either stopping or they're letting us go. So around we go. Just normal driving right now, because you don't know that that's not the case yet.
Okay.
Okay. So now we know we want to get across.
Yeah.
Signal. And then is that car behind letting you go? Good.
Plus, we also, because we could see across.
Move back to the right for me. Good.
Because we could see across, there was a gap, quite a big gap between this fella and the car behind.
Good. So that if you've got that local knowledge, you'll know that coming round.
Yeah, to look kind of thing.
But if you haven't, that's fine. You just have less time to make that decision.
Yeah.
But also be okay with the fact that you might have to just stop and wait.
Yeah.
To move out. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this time we will get across into the left lane when safe.
Okay.
Well, let's go back to what we're aware of.
Pedestrian crossing, guy merging into this lane. Where exactly is it we're heading for? The centre?
We're just driving.
So I can think a little bit ahead.
Okay.
Pedestrian.
Yeah, we were past there, weren't we?
Yeah, we were past and she was just staring into her phone.
Okay, yeah, we'll go to Low Centre then if you want.
Or, no, wherever we're going, it's just...
Wait, yeah, okay, let's go Low Centre, and that gives you a destination to focus on.
Okay, I'll focus on that one now. Not that I actually remember the way.
Missed the lollipop lady.
I know.
Alright.
It's a lollipop person, Phil.
Sorry.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
See, I think you were right,
Checking your bros.
but I think a lot of them do just spring up.
Just leg it out into the road.
She did then. She just, I've got kids.
Yeah.
I wonder if they get paid to do that, or if it's like a voluntary position.
Voluntary position. It's quite often a teacher as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean, or like a retiree.
Classroom helper, yeah.
Okay, so we got kids everywhere, slow, moving traffic. Check what's behind me.
Okay.
Somebody to
With the traffic being built up on the other side of the road, what might come down the middle of the road?
motorbikes, or even a really cheeky cyclist.
Yeah. He says never having done that.
I've never done that, mate. Yeah, me, I'm terrified anyway. I don't cycle down the middle of the road. No chance.
Straight on at the roundabout.
Yeah, so it's no.
Where are you going to place the car?
On this rightish side.
Good, well done. Commit to that answer. Anybody come on?
Yeah.
Good. What's next?
Big tree.
It's not a very big tree anymore, is it?
Well, for ages. So we need to be in the right. Are we going in the car park?
If you like it.
You.
Let's go in the car park and maybe
Right, okay.
introduce. We can maybe then introduce that now to our funness.
Okay. So at some point I go get in that right lane when it appears.
What are our thoughts on indicating on this one?
I'm going to indicate to get into the lane, and then probably just leave it on as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think cars coming from the other direction wouldn't necessarily know that this isn't 3 lanes going straight on.
Yeah. Yeah, we could try. Oh. Do you wanna? Yeah, when there's no other cars, it sucks.
Just pick a space, pop it in there.
Well, if I was being super cheeky, I could just roll forwards.
Let's reverse into a space for fun.
Right, you wanted to? Okay. Let's go. Do you know, actually, I've already messed that up by not picking a space.
Do you wanna rectify that, or do you wanna just put it in?
I'm gonna use my mirrors instead.
Okay.
Yeah. All the way on.
Good.
Yeah.
Other than that mirror, where might be a good place to look?
Behind. Love the little camera. Not particularly straight, but. Do you mind if I go forwards? No, I'm gonna go forwards. Yeah, was that correct there? Just in the test? Because I put the little neutral on, press the brake, press drive. Yeah. Good.
We'll go through in a minute, but yeah, pretty much. Is it safe to move forwards?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't saying it wasn't. I was merely checking you should make sure.
Hold on, hold on. Do you know what, I'm going to leave it and let you criticise instead. Because I was thinking I'd straighten up actually, but if I check my little tiny mirrors, I'm not as unstraight as I thought I was, but yeah, actually I am.
It's fine, leave it.
Yeah, okay. Got on then.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you're in. I think these spaces are a bit weird on these, like it looks like, I think because of the angle of the
It's not that I don't think I'm straight. Oh, I am actually quite straight. Okay, bad judgment there, Jake.
Well, it looked, in the camera it didn't look straight.
I know, I was like...
I think it's just the spaces are a bit weird here. So, go on then, you talk me through that, what happened?
Parking.
Yeah.
I messed up right at the beginning because I didn't pick an actual space. I just positioned myself, did my little S. I think probably because it's empty. I thought, wait.
Yeah, I think in a way you're thinking, I'm going to be putting towards one of the spaces.
Yeah, I think that overtook my brain, and then once I was in it was like, okay, well what I'll do is I'll work with it, especially because it was empty.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll work with it because I can look around, I've got loads of space. Don't know if that's harder or easier than when we've done it with two cars, because you've got indicators to work with, if you get me?
Yeah.
It's a little harder actually. Just if I was in my car, I would have had to reset up. But because you've got this a little bit, it's a bit of a get out of jail free card, because then I can go, I'll pick one. If you get me?
In reality, you're not going to be reversing into a car park like this. You'll just drive through.
Yeah, exactly. We would have just gone forwards into that one there. So.
But yeah, I think you're right. Reversing between two cars is easier.
Yeah. You don't pick the space picks you.
Yeah, the whole setting up thing, it didn't affect you because you happened to be pointing towards the space. But it could do, the time it would, it obviously doesn't matter, it didn't matter which space you were pointing to. The bit where it could affect you is if you ended up pointing kind of 50-50 between two spaces.
Yeah.
Then you'd have had that, do I fight my way into that space, or do I take it easy into this space? Which one of those two would you aim for? If it was perfectly 50-50?
I would have taken it easy into the other one rather than try and like overcut.
Yeah, less steering is always going to be the better option.
Yeah.
Than trying to.
Because if we'd have overcut, I would have ended up kind of facing that way a little bit.
Yeah, it's doable.
Yeah.
It's just more work.
Just a bit more back and forward, so.
Cool. What else could we have maybe improved on that manoeuvre?
Probably, again, I probably didn't look behind me as much, because I know it.
You know, did you?
I felt like I knew that it's empty.
Okay.
But you are right. You never know.
Well, think about when I asked you, is it safe to move off? You were like suddenly like, what have I missed? That's how you should check around.
Okay. Okay.
Check around like you don't.
Oh, I
know.
see what you mean. If I just said yes,
Yeah.
it's
I-
because I'm aware.
Yeah,
or-
but you
yeah.
weren't 100% sure it was
Yeah, yeah.
safe.
Yeah, sure.
So when I asked you the question, you had a doubt, and then you checked like you really should check.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you checked like you, what's Phil seen that I haven't?
Yeah.
And
Man with little dogs.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that should always be the case. You should be checking like what have I missed?
Yeah.
What might I miss? Yeah. So obviously I'm not going to be there to ask that question, but when you pull up, it's that sort of feel. That should be the feeling. It's like, what could I miss here? Yeah, and then we're looking around
Just
like
surrounded by changing situations.
Yeah.
Basically,
And
just
it-
like when you're driving, really.
that.
But
Weirdly, this sort of scenario here, where it's an empty car park, is actually probably more dangerous because cars can just come flying through from any direction, and you've got people walking across the car park.
and like that, you're a little less on
Yeah.
guard because you think it's empty.
You think it's empty, so quickly you can go around that
Yeah.
corner and catch you out. Also, people like we come
like
here
that,
and
people
practice.
cutting across for the walk.
We come and practice here, but then so do people like come and teach their kids to ride their bikes,
Yeah, true.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I practiced in here with my
Right.
mum, so obviously we've only
Oh,
got
really?
the little.
with the driving.
Yeah, we've only got the learner square.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe because you haven't got this, people are less aware that you're actually a learner.
Mhm.
For example, therefore your standard of driving might be a bit lower. So someone's like, "Oh, there's no one in here, whiz," but they're not expecting you to do something that's learnery. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
not top quality.
Yeah, I was out practicing with an instructor, practicing for their part part 2 test, and we're in his car.
Oh right.
But like, obviously, he's a good driver, but we're doing learnery stuff like random parallel parks and
Okay.
stuff like that. And we were definitely saying this must look quite weird in a normal person's car.
Oh right.
Like,
Okay.
doing a
Doesn't have
parallel-
any signage yet.
No, yeah, it's just his car.
Right, okay.
But doing a parallel park at the side of the road when there's no need for a parallel park because there's nothing behind us,
Yeah,
sort of thing.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
a bit weird. Okay, good. So happy with the parking?
I am. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Considering before. Yeah. Okay. I need
think
to go.
tweak
Just-
on the observations, but
Bit more of that, because I think actually I'm quite aware towards the front. I think when you said has anything changed, I did go, but I was kind of taking the mick just a little bit because I think to the front it's more the back I need to
But if
be
we're-
focusing on.
if we're moving forward, we still
Mhm.
need to know what's coming up behind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. What about the drive then? The journey. How was that?
Yeah, fine. I think the only thing I didn't enjoy was you've got the roundabout just back here where you come down the slope, blind corner, come down the slope,
Mhm.
and then you were like, oh well, actually we'll go right, and I was all over the place.
I think you were just. I changed your mind where we were
Yeah,
heading.
but I didn't like it because it felt like real bad driving.
It was alright.
Okay.
Yeah. The move. We moved over a bit late. I think you hadn't really taken into account that your head. We were
It was
going
more you
left.
said right, and I was still going left, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh right.
I was like, no, the
yeah,
other right.
Yeah, yeah. But the problem is
How did you find the decision of that roundabout? Do you remember what happened?
that decision. Yeah, I mean, okay, but that gentleman stopped
hmm
to give way left.
No, he was giving way to his right.
Oh, and they just didn't go.
Well, no, because they were giving way to.
Oh
you.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's like
What am I
Mexican,
talking about?
like a Mexican standoff.
Yeah, we've talked about them before.
Everyone's
Confusing.
staring at each other.
Yeah,
But I quite like the fact you took the priority there and just went, everyone's sitting still, I'll go.
yeah, yeah.
But what do you have to be aware of when you're doing that?
That everybody could also do the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
So when you meet someone in the street and you both step left and both step right.
Yes,
apart
yeah,
apart from
exactly.
with big, massive cars.
yeah. So we all stop, and then we all decide, oh, we'll go, and then we all have to stop again,
Mhm.
type thing.
And then,
Yeah.
and then you all go again, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about reading their body language and
And
being
then-
cautious if you need to. But actually, I did like the fact that you went, these guys aren't moving, I'm going to.
Yeah.
And took it quite early, which was good. And it did stop everybody doing.
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
You then, what happens is you're the person that then starts the routine again because you become the blocker
For the
car on
next
right,
car,
and
and
set
then they
off,
follow us out.
and
Yeah.
then they become the blocker, and it starts the nice routine of the roundabout
Yeah,
again.
and then
Good.
the other one's just that, like we've got in Albert, where two lanes come together from opposite directions.
Mhm.
Obviously, like you said about the dustbin man lorry,
Mhm.
the lorry.
So let's
And then
say
if you didn't have the parked cars, I guess loads easier. But you're always going to possibly get parked cars on that road.
or any road,
Well, yeah. You know what I mean, though. And
or broken down car, or old
So-
dustbin lorries pulled over.
just recognising that, yeah,
So let's take that out of that particular scenario
Mhm.
and think about, let's say we're doing that road in Torquay or whatever, or a road like that in Torquay. You've come around the corner, hazard in front of you. What have you learned from doing that will help you with that in the future?
well, before I even know that there's a hazard, just be more aware in a situation where those emerging of the things that could happen, like i.e. that actually, because that is a corner, you can't actually see if there's a hazard because there's all buildings. So, actually, someone could just be parked here. So
Okay,
definitely be looking across there to see what is coming.
so you're thinking like what ifs.
Yeah, what ifs,
Yeah.
and making sure they've put a big sign in the middle of that roundabout, which doesn't really help. But so if it wasn't there, getting a glance across as quick as you can to know what am I up against, like what
Yeah,
else
I
is
like-
on the.
I like that. It's this idea that you always know what's around you. So when something random happens,
Mhm.
it's easier. So I don't know if you were already aware of the dustbin.
Yeah, it was the only thing I was, because it was so
'Cause
so
you
large.
were aware of those guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so that probably then helped you when the parked cars turned up, be able to assess that, oh wait a minute, that lorry's not carried on alongside me like I was expecting. He must therefore be helping me, and then moved over. So it helps you sort of make those connections, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't register like that in my head a little bit, but when I've looked here, he's behind.
He's not there.
Yeah, but he's behind us,
Uh-huh.
slow, which means probably he's giving me the. Go on then.
Cool. I like it.
Maybe
Yeah.
not probably. Shouldn't say probably, but is.
I'm okay with probably.
Yeah.
Um,
Second time we went round, I just saw that you had I think it was a van that we were very parallel to.
Mhm.
But actually, as I've looked, no, I've not looked that way. Yeah, well, we're turning that way. As I've looked
had
down
that
the
van,
other
so-
road, there's a fairly substantial gap between him and I think it was a Vauxhall Astra. So it was like, okay, well that's my route then.
Good. I like it. Right. Did you want to up the level of this awareness and planning and getting places with a bit of satnav?
Yeah, you can do if you like.
So have we
Yeah.
used satnav? at all
No, we've
before?
never done it before.
Okay, sounds fun. Got a feeling my satnav is down here somewhere.
Oh, does this not do it? Or do you have a special?
It does, but I prefer this.
Okay.
Can you reach
No.
that?
Get it yourself.
I knew there was a reason we had someone in the back.
So can I pass across just a bit of stupid user's information?
You go.
You know the old lollipop lady?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know the board they've got?
Yeah,
Have
I
you
love
ever
this
noticed
bit.
that black border in the middle of it, the black bar?
Yeah.
Do you know what that's for?
Get your attention, maybe.
Well, the old days they used to have a chalkboard in the middle,
Oh, okay.
so they used to carry a bit of chalk in their pocket.
Yeah.
Any offenders, they could jot down the registration number.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good bit of knowledge. Is it still a chalkboard? Do you know?
No, it's not, is it? It's solid.
Yeah.
It's dry white now, isn't it?
Oh, they should have a key.
Oh, but they still. It is dry. What? They still write down on
I
them?
think they still do, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
They could they should just turn it into a big massive camera and take a photo of them with the drone.
Yeah.
Better, wouldn't it? Technology and that.
I love that little
God, you might
fact.
as well have a pillar
that?
in the middle. Though.
That fact, I love that fact. It's a classic driving instructor little nerdy fact. Right, where are we going? Where would you like to go?
I'm not too.
Well,
Too fussed.
satnav's your oyster. Let's pick a place. Anywhere you fancy? Like where might you go?
Work. I go work and home.
You go
But
work.
it's our road.
You go work all the time though, already
yeah.
on your own. What about like a journey?
I'm pretty boring, Phil.
Friend's house?
Now they've all moved away.
Yeah.
Or
actually work.
yeah, they live. I've got.
Oh, they live with you, yeah.
Yeah, one lives on Sanford Road. It's
Yeah.
just one road over from my house. So, now you're better off picking somewhere, mate. To be honest, because it would for me. The main thing for driving is getting to work and back. A lot of the time, you know me, I'm on my bike anyway. So,
Yeah. There we go. What about somewhere to go for a bike ride? Because that could open up your horizons of bike. I know the whole point of going on a bike ride is you don't need to
ride
stop.
the bike. Yeah.
But you might want to be
Usually get
like,
it on the train.
Oh, okay. So where do you go on the train to go for Park Road? Not going that far, but where do you go on the train?
I go to what's it called, like Dawlish, or what's the one just after Dawlish? So I can do the Exmouth cycle trail.
Starcross.
Starcross, yeah. So I usually go about there, but obviously that is a bit far for us.
Okay, we haven't got time to go there, but we will put.
Timber.
Let's put Starcross in, and we'll just turn around at some point.
Okay.
When we decide we'll put Dawlish in because we don't need to. We're not going to get that far either.
Jeez. What route is that taking?
Weirdly, not the route I thought we would take. Is that going to via Newton Abbot? We don't want to do that. We're already doing that. Newton. Yeah, let's go this way. It's way more fun. Cool. Right. So let's go. Yeah. So first, before we do this, talk to me about that screen. What can you see?
The screen?
Yeah.
Okay. What can I see? So the route that's coming up.
Which bit? What do you mean, sir?
You will arrive at your destination at 4:27 p.m.
Thank you. What's the word? What we're going to do next, and then it's got then as well, so you can pre-think.
Okay.
So
what's that telling?
That is telling us this one.
Yeah. And then this one.
Is that the car park?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay. So
that
it's
first
got,
line is this. You driving that way.
Right. Okay. It's got the car
end.
park. So it's telling us that right is to go right along here, and then another right to come out, and then that'll change to right to go. I don't know which way it's going to send us,
That's
but
part of that now.
yeah.
Yep, that's fine. We'll work that out as we go along.
Yeah.
Anything else?
How far it is, the time, where fuel is.
Yes, handy.
Handy, very handy.
We're okay though.
Yeah.
But actually, that might be something you do. You sort of see it's a 15-mile journey and go, oh, I've only got 13 miles of fuel.
Yep.
Yeah. Obviously, those numbers would be bigger normally, but like, oh, I've got a 150-mile journey and I've only got 100 miles of fuel. I need to get stuff fuel on the way. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? Because I have to look at that 10 miles up the road. You know, I'm terrible at that.
We've also got the sound. He did mention stuff a minute ago.
Stop shouting at me.
but we do want to be using the visuals for things like, in a way, partly for things like seeing that you're coming back on yourself. That would just give you a good perspective of where we're going.
Yeah.
But also looking for things like the grey lines. That can really help you tell yourself which junctions you're not taking. So there might be two junctions really close together.
Ah, right, okay, yeah.
Sat-nav said in 100 yards turn right, and you're like, oh, which one of those
Have a quick glance, you can see that there's
it's the second
main road,
right,
one there. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
little things like that as well. Okay, we'll
Rather
see
than
what
dive
else
down the... Yeah, because I would do that. I'd dive down the first, if he says we're going left, I'd be like, right, left.
Yeah,
okay.
Mr. Literal.
Yes.
Okay, let's start following the sat nav and we'll see what we can see as we go along. We're going to carry on the whole awareness and planning, but we're just maybe doing a bit of what are we aware of with the sat nav as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Is this one better than Google as well? Because she's pretty
better.
demanding.
I like Google's. I prefer Google's TomTom, but this is what they use on the test. So.
Oh, the what? Exact kind of model type.
This is the
same software anyway.
This is the next model up, but
right.
Basically,
so it's got to be fancy pants, Phil.
I really do. I gave my old one to an instructor and bought a new fancy one.
Just looks like that chap now.
It's a bit of a posher voice. What might be a problem here?
God, learner. Lovely.
Turn right, Penwheel Way.
They're about to get
at the end of the road. Turn right.
She didn't know I was here.
Yeah, you know what's worse? Neither did the instructor.
Yeah, I thought that as well, but I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah. So we'll go back over to the left, give them space. Anybody on the left of us? Let's not be them. Yeah, neither of them checked over their blind spot before coming out here. Not good.
I actually can't see around this.
But actually, that kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. They just assumed it was quiet because we were sat still last time they looked. And it's amazing how quickly that situation changed.
I'm gonna go, thank you.
Yeah, where are we heading?
We are heading right. Oh.
Turn right, Penwheel Way.
Why are we
then, at the end of the road, turn left.
Oh, cool. No, that way. No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
So already I know I'm going to be going left. Cheeky look.
When does that look like you go?
Turn left, B3199, Dartmouth Road.
Let's do the junction first. So we signalled a little bit before the previous.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. I need to suck it up and not do that. Because I do. You know me. I do always do that.
Yeah.
And I need to not do that.
Okay. Like it. That is a remedy and solution.
It's because at times I'm thinking ahead, which is good, but then overthinking ahead and not thinking there are things in between here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So
After 200 yards, bear right, B3199, Dartmouth Road, then cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
So, let's have a look at this. Where's the bear right?
Bear right,
bear right
then
is here.
cross the roundabout and take the first
so
exit.
that I'm not going down there.
Good. And then which way are we going at the roundabout?
Straight on.
Good. So which lane you can use?
Left.
Cool.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
How's the traffic down for you?
Quite quiet. Nobody's coming.
Good.
Oh, I can already tell you I don't like this.
Oh really? I thought you were going to like it because you get more info. Like you're
Maybe,
always a fan
maybe.
of knowing where you're going. So
Maybe we'll see.
did you see we had quite an interesting scenario there where it told us to bear right despite the fact we were just staying on the road?
Yeah, that's what I meant about Google. She's always shouting things like bear right or stay. You know, sometimes it'll say turn right, but it's not actually a right. It's that the name of the road changes.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how to put it. So let's say this is Road A. Road A actually goes round to this left, and at that bit there it becomes Road B.
Yep.
So like it'll say something like stay.
Pause for a second.
go for it.
Which lane do you think we might need to be in?
After 200
Right.
yards, bear left, A379,
She said.
Commercial Road, then bear right, A3022, Totnes Road.
Good. It's quite interesting there because
She
obviously
said bear left.
Yeah, but that's this bend. The fact that it said bear left then bear right would want me in the right lane round this bend.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bear left,
That's
then
this.
bear
then.
right.
And now we're bearing right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then look. We're going straight on or left?
Going straight on. I know that is difficult just to flick. We've talked about iFlicks before. I feel like it is taking my attention from other places.
Like this lady crossing the road.
Yeah,
Good. Which lane are we going down?
we're going left. So let's make that obvious by sticking left.
Should we check if there's any bikes?
Yes.
Good. So, yeah, you're right about the whole like it throwing information unnecessarily sometimes.
Stay right. That is much easier than.
It's because it doesn't know. It's looking at it from an overhead view of what a map looks like. It's not looking at the street view.
Yeah, I guess.
And so sometimes roads don't look like
How they.
how they
How they
laid out.
drive,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
the main road looks like it's straight on, but actually it goes round to the left. So that's why it gives you those different. But then that's our job. Like sat navs are just a fancy map.
Yeah.
Our job is to interpret that into what actually happens on the road.
Yeah, I don't really like them, to be honest. Like,
I like my sat navs.
if we
Oh,
were, say,
yeah,
driving
that's a
to
lot,
Bristol or to London, I'm still a little old-fashioned. I think I'd probably utilise Google Maps, you know, online. I probably wouldn't write it down, but I'd basically,
You can't really read it if you write it down.
no,
You're driving.
but vaguely memorise, like, what my junctions are going to be, and if I really got lost, I'd just stop.
Okay.
I know that's a bit old-worldy these days, but
It really is. What? Could you do both?
sorry,
Could you not do both?
have it on.
And also have planned it?
Yeah, absolutely, you could. Yeah, I mean,
That's what
I'm
I
sure
do.
I'd just get more comfortable with it, so therefore what I've just said would go out the window anyway.
Well, I never do. I like for long journeys. I never do just pop the sat nav on and trust it.
Right, okay.
I would always go, which way is it taking me?
Yeah,
Have an right, I'm going up the M5 and then across the M4. Okay, got that picture in my head. I'm coming off a junction, whatever. Doing that combination, because what if it fails halfway through?
yeah,
You want a little bit of thing. I also want to know possibly where I'm following the signs for as well.
yeah, more for that for me, I think. I'm already, what we've done, 5 minutes, become a little reliant on it, going, yeah, this is you, rather than
looking for it.
looking
yeah.
where I'm actually going, and I
So-
don't want to be that guy.
So for this journey, you would be aware that we maybe pick up signs for Dawlish at some point,
Yeah,
because that's where we're heading.
yeah, true.
And trusting, like, using the sat nav until that point. But you might also try and think of some of the places. Like, again, this is why looking at the route it's taken us, you'd want to then go, well, because we're not going through Timoth, are we? We're going like Sholden.
Yeah. Oh, we're going over that horrible road.
Yeah, that's
I've
why,
never-
that's why I chose it.
Again, we've never driven that either. What's that called? Out by the back of Watcombe, isn't it?
I don't know what it's called actually.
It's got a name. Like, it's a snaky road.
What are we thinking about here?
Don't want to land on that yellow. Ah, the bus has stopped. Thought he was just
What's the
waiting,
bus doing now though?
pulling back out. So
Good, nice mirror checks there.
thought he was. To be honest, I forgot about that bus stop. I thought he was just still sat in traffic.
Me too.
After 600 yards, keep left.
Interesting. I don't know what it's trying to keep you left.
There's a right turn. I think it's talking actually quite far in the distance.
600 yards in the distance, I think.
What is a yard? Tell me meters.
Yeah, well, it's basically the same. They're very similar.
Are they? Okay, well, if it's where I think it is, it's talking about way down. When we turned left to go to Preston Seafront, there's a right there. One of those merges.
So 800 yards would be half a mile.
Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know anything that works in yards.
Roads.
Yeah, why? Why teachers meet us in school and then as soon as we get out, they're like, haha, yards.
It really is, yeah. Roads are just weird for that. But then everyone sort of seems okay with miles, which is the same system.
Hello, sir.
I think I'd find it weird if someone just told me how far they were going in kilometres.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I prefer kilometres.
Which lane would be better here?
Oh, left actually.
Is it safe in the left
After
mirror?
300 yards, keep
It
left.
was, but that van was a bit surprised by my...
So you were very aware of what was in your middle mirror, which is great, but what we needed that left mirror for
Yeah.
any like cheeky bikes. Yeah.
Always remember the cheeky bikes. I feel like I need to say sorry to this van.
Why?
Because I think he was... I gave him the wrong body language as such, and he was going to be cheeky, but I think he was going to come the left, thinking I was going on the right, and then I went back into the left, and I could see from his manoeuvre,
I think
he
it
was a
case
little...
of
Ooh.
we were doing it together, but yeah, it would have been better for us to have done it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is this. I'll keep
Keep left.
See, a bit late to tell me.
Well, it told you 600 yards.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Can't really
So-
call him on that.
Yeah, that's the repeater one at the
Yeah.
moment. Yeah. Also, we think about we'd seen it on the picture, and this is why it is good to use the picture and not just the sound, because we knew about it way back. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, that you're now thinking should be looking at this going in a mile. I'm turning left. So, what are we aware of as we drive down this road?
Bike lane again. There's a bus stop on the left as well.
I'm hoping this is going to take us down to like right down to the seafront and up that road, but it might cut through. But we'll follow whichever way the sat nav takes us because
Okay.
it'll be more interesting.
It's that. See no? Oh, it's a bus stop she's at.
Did you think a little bit she was at a crossing?
Yeah, I thought, why
Yeah.
don't you just move down to the crossing? But then realised actually it's a temporary bus stop.
Yeah. No, I must admit I had the same sort of
Yeah.
like, why is she not crossing sort of kind of vibe. It's good though. Shows that you're scanning and thinking about what the people are doing, and then like ticking them off.
Yeah.
Not my problem though. Yeah. because the body language, unless she suddenly changes body language, she wasn't going to cross. What might happen here?
Lights might change.
Can these old people press the button?
I think he probably already has if there is one. But no. Like a third lane appears or a second lane appears to turn, because it looks like they're just driving at you.
I had it earlier where there was a car on the wrong side of the road doing that, so I went to go into the right hand lane to turn and the car was coming down my lane. I was like,
After 300 yards, turn left, A3022, Rathmore Road.
Cool. So we got, can you see we've got a little grey line coming up now? So we know it's not that left. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's a good way of you being able to take off those lefts. Also a good way of stopping your indicating too early.
Yep.
Because you can see the little grey lines coming up.
Just be aware of the cycle lane.
Good.
Yeah, sorry fella.
I really don't think he cared.
It's a white van man, he definitely cared. Yes.
You see the cycle lane picks up again.
Yeah, it does. I almost got knocked off my
Have you
bike
had a
here.
quick left mirror check then? Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one here. They just pulled across.
Ouch.
Yeah. And then started having a go at me because, I'll be honest, it was a stupid move. I had my headphones in and this lady started going mental at me. I was like, she's like, "You're listening to music." I was like, "I am, but so are you," because she had her stereo on. And reminded her that you do have mirrors, so. And immediately she shut up, to be honest with you. She realised. Right, so
where are we going?
we'll be in the left lane.
Are we, actually?
No, we're not actually.
Okay,
That's
so
very strange.
Have a look in your mirrors then. Is it going to be safe to
Actually,
go
where
back?
are we going?
Yeah, we're going straight on. Is it safe to get back into the right lane?
It will be after this car.
Okay. Good. And if we couldn't get back into the right lane, what would we have done?
If we couldn't have got back into the right lane, what would we have done? I guess we would have just stayed in the left lane and had to reorganise.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know, you've thrown me there. So what I could do is stop and just wait until there's a place, but I don't want to block the road up.
Good, so we'll take that off as not an
Yeah,
option.
so I would have kept going the wrong way basically,
After
and waited for
200
the
yards,
sat-nav to.
turn left, Belgrade
Generally,
Road.
it'll rearrange its.
Is that what you mean by rearrange?
Yeah, it'll reroute
Yep.
us. It's
Okay.
a better word.
Good. So,
Sorry, so we're going left, and I'm pulling
any
back
more
to the
junctions
right.
before our left turn?
There's a little alleyway there. Yeah.
I think we're okay with that one.
Turn left,
Good. What's next?
We're going to pull back out right, make sure there's no one there.
Good.
Where are we going? Up South Street. Okay. Yeah, no, sat nav is not fast.
So my
Especially as well because I would have, I think, probably gone a different route. So in my head, I had it locked that we were going to go.
and that's what I was just about to say. I think you were assuming. Where
Yeah. Obviously, just use the sat nav.
Yeah, I would have fully gone a different route. But
Yeah. Same.
The other thing here is the sat-nav's not connected to the traffic, so it's not necessarily avoiding traffic right now. So maybe that's part of it.
Okay.
Right, here's an interesting one though. So look at the blue line
Blue line, right.
ahead of us. Where's
Oh,
it
I've got
taking
this
us?
one.
after 200 yards, turn right, Newton
So,
Road, then
I don't
turn
know
left.
when the other lane comes in. Right, it doesn't. It comes in just after this.
So if we just go off what it said, turn right, then turn left. So that means definitely which lane you're going to use at this next bit.
I need to get into the right lane.
Good.
So as soon as I'm through, I'm going to hit that.
But when you come round this corner, which side of the road?
Turn right, then turn left.
I'm not
set.
sure.
To set yourself up for a left turn.
Oh, the left side.
So we're doing our right turn. You can see ahead it's a one-way road,
Yeah.
and the next thing sat-nav's told us to do is a left turn, so we need to be setting up on that left side. This guy's a day late for Mother's Day.
Yeah, so am I, mate. So am I.
Or a year and a day.
Yeah.
So, ready to be on that left, straight into there.
Turn left, Newton Road, then keep left.
Right.
Good. Checking around the corner for any hazards.
Like kids in
Said
the
keep
road.
left,
Left,
so which way
then
you
Keep
bear
left.
right.
do we need an indicator or anything?
Yeah, why not? No.
Yeah, I would, because I know that looks a bit confusing, but it lets those cars coming up this road know you're not going the natural flow of the road.
Right, okay.
So the flow of the road, a little bit like here, the natural flow of the road is a right turn.
After
So if we were going
100
straight
yards,
on now, we
bear
would turn
right,
left. We would
then
turn
go
left.
left on the roundabout
okay.
and take the first exit. Bear right, then go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
Yeah.
Good. If we signal now, what would it look like?
Well, the car parks are no entry there, so.
Not sure.
Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit,
Anybody know?
Lymington Road.
Good.
Sorry, it's just like you say, local knowledge.
Yeah. Although,
So
coming-
one way.
if you were sat coming out of that,
Yes.
you might not know that.
Yeah, true. Just let me concentrate.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit.
Anybody coming from the right?
Yeah. Go on, a bit quicker, mate.
Or walk this way.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Weird old route, isn't it?
It is, yes.
I like it. Well, what are we thinking about?
Can we stop?
We can. If you genuinely want to, we can.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm joking with you. Just lots of pedestrian crossings, really. It's getting that time like we were in Newton Abbot the other time where it's getting quite busy. I mean, it has
See
been
that
actually.
big post on the right, and the sort of, I think it's for telephone like usage.
That,
Yeah.
that's 4G, yeah.
Yeah.
5G, 4G, whatever the new one is that everyone's crazy about.
I saw a TikTok video the other day, someone videoing that saying for any Americans that come over, this is like RT warning system, so it sends off a siren and everyone in the country has to have a cup of tea at that point. What hazards are we thinking about here?
There's a road merging on from the left.
I think it's a weird little road, isn't it, as well,
It
the
is.
angle it's coming out at.
That's a little shortcut on the bicycle.
Potentially people making mistakes in those sort of scenarios.
Bit narrow.
Good, so
Especially
tiny
with-
bit to the right, good.
Okay.
You were okay, you weren't going to hit them or anything, alright.
Yeah.
After 300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, B3199, Teignmouth Road.
See, at times it just overcomplicates things like
Pause a
that.
second though, look at the signpost, is it just one roundabout?
Oh yeah, bulls.
Okay, so which
Yeah,
lane,
I actually might need some help here.
which lane do we need to be in?
Right-hand lane, I
Good,
think.
that'll do us for now. Don't need that, because that would look like we're going up the hill.
Cross the roundabout
Right,
and take the
okay.
second exit.
Good. I don't think you do need help, you just need to treat it like two separate roundabouts. So is anybody coming towards us on this roundabout?
Yes.
Okay,
No. I see my space.
good. And then which lane you going for?
Left.
Good. Anybody coming towards you? Pop an indicator on.
No.
Good. You were hovering over that indicator, weren't you?
Yeah.
What was that? What was the doubt for putting it on? Just check your mirrors through me back on.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I was going to put it on anyway, to be honest with you.
Okay. Maybe just what the thing is.
As soon as I hear you go it, I'm like, oh, maybe not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would have pressed it as soon as your hand was there. You hesitated pressing it, which is why I was
Okay,
wondering what
fine.
you were waiting for.
Fair enough.
Because as soon as you're off that first roundabout, that left indicator says, "I'm going straight on. I'm not going up the hill," and that really helps the cars coming towards you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we hadn't done that double before, so
I haven't. So it's very exciting. How was it?
it's okay. Especially because it was a bit busy as well.
Was it less complicated than you thought it was going to be?
once I got because we've never done it before, I don't really know how it works.
Mhm.
You get me? But once I got on it, and you can look at the road markings,
Yep.
then actually yes.
After 300
was
yards,
a lot easier
go
than
left
I
on the
did.
roundabout and take the first exit, A379, Teignmouth Road.
God, they say way too much.
This one does. You can turn it off so it doesn't say the
Just
road
say
name.
next left, rather than the road name and what year the road was established.
Where are we looking when we set off here?
Those two miners
Cool.
and straight.
What about behind us?
Yeah, of course, behind us.
But absolutely,
To the right, see if there's anybody motorbikes.
yeah.
I think it's the motorbikes, isn't it? Because
How do you feel about this?
I'm not sure actually. I'm going to
So-
stop because there's two lorries.
Good.
And they're
Are you
definitely.
going to actually stop? Or you...
Yeah,
Good. Where are we looking before we set off?
to the right and ahead. I'm going to creep because again, it's quite tight. I don't think we would have made it through with the lorries.
No? Me neither.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, you need to trust that a little bit more.
Yeah, I do.
Because there was a doubt in your
After 100
It's like, ooh,
yards,
shall I?
go left on
Yeah.
the roundabout and take the first exit, A379, Teignmouth Road.
your braking was great. Oh, sorry, and your answer.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, your answer was quite definitive. I'm not going to fit through that gap.
Mhm.
But your brake didn't tell me the same story.
Okay.
Yeah, your brake told me you weren't sure.
No, I think we've done this before. Like, I am sure.
Yeah.
I just, what's the word? I actually feel maybe you would disagree. Quite comfortable in my braking because I feel like maybe it is leaving it a bit too late, but I think it's more that I feel like I know when the car is going to stop. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, the responsiveness of it.
Okay. What?
Whereas sometimes I find myself, if I know I am flustered, and then I jam it on super hard. And I know maybe you'd be like, I'd rather you did that.
No, I'm not. I wasn't worried about how you braked. Like that
Yeah.
was a smooth stop.
Yeah.
I
You would have liked me to come to an actual stop earlier.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the benefits of that?
Just more space to think about things.
Easy move off.
Also easier move up. Yeah, not so much of a hard pull back out.
Yeah. Sometimes not particularly there, but sometimes it'll also give you a better view
Yeah.
because you're further back. You see around the car that you're about to go. Interesting
sir.
manoeuvre.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
While indicating as well. So it is 30 on here. I anticipate I don't like this road. Never driven it, but I just anticipate I won't like it.
I love this road.
You love it?
Yeah.
Why is it? Because it's like a rally stage.
It basically is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Shocker.
flick my car into sport mode.
But you can only do 30, right?
At the
It's
moment.
only-
At the moment. Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay. I
I
can't
would still,
see anything.
I would still
so-
obviously drive very safely and at appropriate speed. So, talking of appropriate speed, right now obviously you're limited to 30.
Yeah.
How do we judge our appropriate speed on a road like this?
What we can see.
Good, or probably the opposite of that actually.
Oh yeah, what we can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like there, it was a real blind corner, so I took straight 10 miles an hour off my speed. Can't
Good.
see here really.
This might be a bit of a weird question. How can you tell how tight a corner is?
How can? Okay, so possibly there, it even had those signs. I don't know what those signs are called, like the actual word for them, but the arrows, which is, it's obvious. Well, I don't know how to put this, but I'm not sure why they've put those signs because you know that it's the only way to go. So I'd imagine that is some indicator that it's pretty tight.
Yeah, those
The
signs.
lack of visibility as well obviously gives it away.
Good. That's the one for me. That is the closer you get and you still can't see.
Closer you get and still can't see. Right.
So
Okay.
it's what we call our limit point.
Okay.
And the closer you get to your limit point, and that limit point's not moving away from you, the tighter the turn is.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll have a look at it on this corner. So think about the bit of road you now can't see into, and again you've got your
Yep.
little signposts as well.
So,
haven't you?
can't see. Can't see. Can't see.
Good. Can you see
Can't
that starting
see.
to move away from you? That I can't see now. very
Yeah.
slightly. So that's telling you how tight it is. Yeah. If that's moving away earlier than that, you've got a wider bend. If it's still coming closer to you, you've got a tighter bend.
Okay.
But like you say, these signposts are also going to be. Those signposts cost money, so they don't put them in
For no-
for
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
So again, let's
So
think
like
about that
this.
limit point's getting closer and closer and closer. It's still getting closer, so we know it's a tight turn.
Yep.
And now we can see out of the corner. We start to then speed back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not speed though. Can't see.
So interestingly, here we got the 30, and it's about to go to national. Or 40.
Right,
Well, it
okay.
goes 40 and then national. What do you think is different about what we've just been doing versus? And you don't know the road yet, but once we do know the road, what's the difference between the 30 and the 40? Why do you think they've changed the speed limit?
I'd imagine it's something to do with the surroundings, potentially. So I mean, yeah, for one, there's not houses directly on the side, so pedestrians, potentially anyway, and it actually seems a lot straighter.
It does, but it won't be in a second.
Right, okay.
That's not one of the reasons they change speed limits, though.
Okay, go on then.
Bends on the road, because they just expect you to
You
handle.
to slow down
Yeah.
regardless.
So it could be national speed limit and really bendy. They might put a warning sign saying bends,
Right.
but it wouldn't be the speed limit changing in that scenario. You actually nailed it on the head with your things like pedestrians
Yeah.
and houses. That's definitely one of the reasons why there would be a different. There obviously is houses along these roads, which is why it's probably 40 and not national.
Yeah, okay. A bit like, it sounds bad, but obviously the highway people care if you injure yourself, but their priority is with the pedestrians and the other folk using the road.
Yeah, it's
If you want to smash your car up, then all
I'm
power
sure that's
to
not what's happening.
No,
now,
but
I know what
if
you mean.
if you get what I mean, all
Yeah.
power to you, but their job's to protect everyone on the road, not just the individual user.
So now we've gone to national, and actually the first thing we come across is a really, really tight bend, because think
Yeah.
about that. So how far can you see around this bend?
I can't. So it's
So we're going to
slow
brake until we
down.
can see. Good. And actually, in a way, we've slowed down, although I feel like you're trying to push the car harder than you want to. No? Just because it's bendy. So, speed into the bend. Maybe I wonder if it's just gone downhill and you're...
No, I think we've
No.
just not done it before, and I'm usually a passenger with my
Cool.
not really paying attention mode on.
So, same again, just think about how far you can see around this bend.
Not far.
Good. And then when you can see out of the bend, that's when you can let the car go. Good. And how far around the road can you see now?
I can see quite all the way up to that hill.
So just going back to what we were talking about earlier about the different speed limits, one of the main things is they judge how many junctions there are onto the road, and by junctions they don't just mean the road. What they also mean is things like driveways onto the road. So that's why residential areas are 30, because there's lots of driveways and potential for
Right, okay, yeah,
coming
yeah.
on the road. Whereas a road like this, very few times where cars are going to be coming onto the road.
Yep, got you.
Yep.
I can see ahead, so let's not open it up, but that mentality.
Other things they might consider things like noise pollution as well.
Ah, yeah, of
might
course.
Because you might be just watch the edge of the road here for me.
Sorry.
Good. Good. So while we're on this road, we've already talked about bends and stuff. So I'll leave you to sort of judge how tight these bends are.
Yep,
How far around the corner can you see?
not at all.
So
Slow.
good.
Does feel like a rally section, doesn't it?
I love it. But you need to brake. Harder on the brake. So you don't want to be braking around the corner. Can you see you're still braking? You're still trying to control the speed
Yeah,
there. That,
too fast.
and then we got a bit swingy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's why we need that braking first, so that you're cruising around the bend. So brake a little bit harder for me now, and now just
We're already at a controlled speed
Now you're
when we
controlled.
get to the corner.
yeah. That way, if someone's cutting this corner or something, you can handle it.
Yes,
Right.
got you.
Whereas before, if someone cut the corner, you
Yeah.
were already on the limit.
I think
of
I
what you
took
could
all
do.
the other ones alright, but that second one back there,
Just caught you out a little bit.
yeah. It was actually real tight.
Yeah. But that's why we keep braking until
We can see out.
we can see out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Talk to me about the road markings. What's happening with the road markings there?
The
What these
yellow.
arrows mean?
Okay, so anybody who's on someone might be overtaking,
Mm-hmm.
so they can use it to overtake. Yeah, I'm just going to slow down. Give me a sec.
How's that affecting the cars behind?
Yeah, they're having to slow down too.
Good.
Anybody who's overtaking, it's telling them stop. Like, well, not stop, but get into the right-hand lane.
Good.
Or get back in your lane. Because, especially because of the bends, I'd imagine is what it's for.
Well, they're about to have a solid white line. Do you know what a solid white line
Yeah,
is?
okay.
What does that mean?
Overtaken.
Yeah. So, can you see here as well the dash lines? Are
Yeah, I was
quite-
going to ask you actually.
quite close together.
Is it a warning?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean middle lines? Or
Yeah.
These white.
No, I mean the middle lines. Yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
You're actually right. With your guess about
Oh,
the rules.
warning.
Yeah, it's just saying it's a hazardous road.
Yeah.
Because it is, and you can tell that anyway. But it's sort of just adding that sort of kind of feel for it's not saying you can't overtake, but it's possibly suggesting that maybe you won't want to.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we
It's one of those
not
sort
a
of,
rally section.
yeah. It's,
It's Torquay, come on.
it's one of those things. Again, it costs money to put paint on the road.
Yeah, so they're not going to do it for no reason.
Yep.
So presumably back in the day they just had a lot of issues with people overtaking and getting in themselves in a mess.
This would just be a nightmare for rally drivers.
Yeah.
basically.
Teen rally drivers as well, probably.
Yeah.
Guessing that's where you got your experience. There, but...
I didn't have a car for it like then.
No?
A little Rover Metro, wasn't it? Rally drive down the road with that. Got upset anytime I went over 50.
Rover Metro. It's the only car I've
After
ever been in.
300 yards,
Had a
bear
crash.
left,
What's
A379,
happening
Bridge
here?
Road.
Going fully round, dropping to 20.
Good. Have we done 20 before? Definitely.
No, God, it's slow.
Maybe in King's Carswell.
Yes, Kurzweil. Oh God, what a terrible place to drive.
Cool. What's the clues coming up?
Right, so we're going left. We've got kids as well, might be around.
Anybody at the crossing?
Oh, that's a horrible crossing. There isn't, no, but
Bear left, A379, Bridge Road.
somebody wants
Speed limit?
20. We're doing 18. So.
No.
Oh, right, okay. No, my mum does that all the time when I'm driving. She's like, "What's the speed limit?" But she thinks we're going too fast, and I'll be like, "I'm
no, I
5
was just
miles
like-
under, mum. Chill."
I was just thinking we turned a corner. It feels like a new road. That you,
Right,
you
no,
wanna,
no,
You want
no.
to just double check that you're still at 20,
Yeah.
or as it
Because like they
changed.
put the 20 there, like you said about paint, but then it goes to 30 10 metres later. Just reminding you it was 20.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's a waste of paint.
After
Yeah.
600 yards, turn right,
Right.
A379, Bishop
it's a
Stainton
weird
Road.
junction here, if I remember rightly. So
It's probably putting the paint because they were doing it for the cars coming the
other way, so they thought,
And
why
then,
not?
well, we've
Yeah.
got the paint out. We might as well put a 20 on this side of the road as well. It's a nice little tour itself, there, weren't we?
Yeah. Right, so which way is it sending me? I almost feel like I need to stop and
I
look
feel
at
like you
my
need to
set.
slow down a little bit. It's pretty
Yeah.
tight, and we're quite close to the edge here.
Okay.
Good.
At the end of the road, turn
Please stay
right,
red, I need to look at my sat nav.
A379, Bishop Stainton Road.
Which way is he saying?
Okay. I know which way. It's just I don't really know the road and how it's gonna. But we'll see as I take it.
So, point in the direction of the road we're going.
We're going down there where that
Cool.
Devon Lifting Services is just.
Go. You want to tell
Gone
everyone
down.
else about it?
Yeah, sure.
Turn right,
Was that far less complicated than you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, it is. It's a bit confusing as well though, because I saw that red light and then was suddenly like in my heart was like, oh God, have I just taken a red? But no, it's R. I get it. And we're going straight on.
So there are junctions
Yeah.
like that where
If
you can see the advanced light for the people.
after 800
behind us.
yards, turn
Yeah.
left, B3192, Exeter Road.
Interesting.
excellent. Taking a
Where's
beat
it,
road.
where is it taking us? Okay, so
What is that? What did that mean?
the car thought we were going to drive into that car. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, smart
Car's
car.
more nervous than me, I think. I can't remember what I was going to say now. It's gone. The car getting nervous.
Right, this is where we are, like totally out of my realm now. I don't know.
Good. So, how do we make it so we can drive safely?
Go slower so that I can absorb the.
After 300 yards, turn left, B3192, Exeter
It's not
Road.
this left. It's not the following left.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I vaguely do know. So it's not this left here. but we are going left, so I need to stay in the left lane. And then, okay, we're going.
Turn left.
Good.
It's a bit like I have been here before, but I've not driven here at all.
Oh, that's good.
And
So this is where all of that
it's
awareness.
like it comes back to you a little bit, but like the layout, but not how to manoeuvre the road because I've not driven it.
Yeah.
I've been around here loads as a pedestrian as such.
This is where that awareness and planning comes in, though, because you don't know the road, you don't know what's going to happen when we go around the corner. Like, for example, this is road
Yeah.
closed.
That's great. Just keep going till it
It might
stops
be one of
us.
the side roads, to be fair.
Hopefully.
If not.
I saw someone else come up here, so
Yeah, we'll see how far it is.
yeah.
Because that's one of those signposts. It could be half a mile down the road that it's closed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like one of the first drives I went out with Mum, and the road was closed, and I had to do a 3-point turn. I hadn't even done one with you yet.
I've no idea why it's taking us this way, but it's a good old route actually.
It knew what we were doing, fellas.
The road is about to take you up sucks, so it'll be good fun.
Up what?
Sucks.
Sucks. Why is it called Sucks?
No, it's called Breakneck Hill. And
Oh, great. Yeah, that fills me with confidence, mate. Cheers for that.
Yeah. Fortunately, in an automatic, it's not as big a deal, but in a manual, you can be crying.
Is it?
You'll see in a minute. So,
Okay.
I'm almost considering not taking you down there, but actually, I thought, what a learning opportunity now that sat nav's decided.
Oh, good. You'd never know when to shut up, do you, Phil? Breakneck Hill. Cheers.
Yeah,
Okay. Are we going up Breakneck Hill or down?
we're going up Breakneck Hill.
Okay.
Yes,
More
we're not,
comfortable going up.
We're not going to break on necks, no.
Right. That's okay.
So we're okay. Good, nice mirror checks there.
So I say to my pupils, they say, "Oh, I hate this junction, Drew." Great, do it even more then.
Yeah.
This is not one of those roads that we come across very often, to be fair.
That's okay though, because like you say, it's just getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. Because 90% of, well, I guess not 90%, but any journeys,
So
as opposed to local driving, it's going to be on roads you've no idea.
this road's quite quiet for I suppose we're in that lull after school sort of thing.
Yeah.
At some point we're going to start turning around and heading back towards Torquay.
Yeah, sure, whenever.
Oh, it's just in time for the
The road
closure.
Okay, so he's just gone around
After
it.
300 yards, bear right, Breakneck Hill, then turn right.
There.
Right. Yeah, no, we can see where the bike car's gone. We'll do that.
Yeah, okay.
So, I know it says very close. I don't normally ignore them. But we can actually see the road we're going for. Just slow down a little bit.
Yeah,
later,
there's
'cause
someone
we're-
coming. I'm going to let them go. Otherwise I've got to go around and nip in. Or,
Just stay still a second. Don't. Maybe just stop a minute for me. Just let the car behind turn. Stay still. I think actually it might be worth turning right because I've got a feeling the road there's just a bit knackered. And that's
okay,
why
I'm going to let
it's
this guy go because I think he's decided he's going to cut.
Yep.
Go anyway.
Pop an indicator on them, and then.
So you want me to go down here instead?
Yeah, 'cause, like look at that what they're driving through is not ideal. Like
Yeah.
saved yourself Breakneck Hill.
No.
Damn, I was looking forward to
I know, same. I was looking forward to that. Come on then, hurry up, mate. Is he? Oh, right, okay, I get it. They're resurfacing.
He's like, I've broken my spoilers.
Yeah.
After 80 yards, bear right, Breakneck
Right,
Hill,
I'll tell you what
then
we'll do.
turn right.
Is we'll pull up on the left, somewhere safe.
Ah, that guy turned around anyway.
How am I feeling about pulling over here?
I'm feeling okay. It's not a driveway. Gave it a left look.
Rather bend.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I can't see what's coming now, so I've set myself up for when I take off. And also, they can't see me, like both ways.
Okay, what about if the car turned up behind us now?
Car turns up
Behind
onto
us.
this road. Ah, okay, yeah, fair enough. We've blocked their vision. We can park here though, can't we?
I
Like,
wouldn't. No.
You wouldn't. It's not advisable, but it is legal. There's no yellow lines. There's no even single line.
It's not safe though, is it? That's
Okay.
the key.
Okay.
So the only thing that I think is given us slight saving grace is how wide the road is to the right of us. So if anybody's coming the other way, if that bus stop was a curb, I'd be more concerned.
Okay, got you.
Okay, because it means anybody coming round the corner is going round us blind. Somebody
Bends.
coming the other way, now they're going head on to each other.
Yeah, got you.
Now in this scenario, they have an escape route into the bus stop, so if somebody's going around the corner, they will come around the corner and then able to drive them
Yeah.
through the bus
I
stop.
think I didn't look far enough ahead and assess that corner and think about what you just said.
Yeah.
So
Something to take into account when choosing where to park. So
Yeah.
you could either park a bit further back, like if you look behind us where that white line is.
yeah,
the-
so like could
the
pull
edge of
here and
that-
drop back.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be a bit safer.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll leave it for now because
Yeah.
I think because I think if the curb was there, I'd make you move this, but I think because of the bus stop, I'm okay with it for now.
Yep.
Okay, let's.
So what is with Breakneck Hill?
It's just really steep uphill, and then when you get there, it's like it's single,
Oh, so that's why for gears. Yeah, I've got you.
it's single
Because
track,
if you need to stop, you're having a knockback. Yeah, okay, I've got you.
and it's sort of kind of single track, and they're both like cars coming down, cars coming up, and if you meet someone the other way.
Yeah.
I
Very
think
Devon.
down the hill it's really steep as well, so I think that's where the breakneck bit comes in if you're on a bike or something.
Can't believe it's actually called Breakneck Hill as well. I thought that was a local nickname.
No,
Because
literally.
you're on the break going like that. But
Yeah.
right, okay. Not Devon.
Yeah, that's lovely. But yeah, we'll move on from Breakneck Hill,
Okay.
and we'll head back home. So there's your first sat nav journey. Quite a journey.
Yeah, not as bad as I thought it would be actually, to be honest.
So talk to me about that journey in general. Then what have we learnt?
I don't know, flew past. So bends, those tight bends on, I don't know what the road's called, but between Watcombe and Timoth. So like the vision that you've got is telling you how tight it is. So it's just slow into those bends, especially if you're unfamiliar with the road like myself. You don't know what's around there. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're judging how far you can see with the speed, and that helps you choose your speed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then to be fair to you, like you say, there was only really one corner.
Yeah, I
You
thought
were too
I actually
fast,
did okay on it, but that one corner did catch me out a little bit. Actually, it was. I think it wasn't that corner. It was I went round the first corner.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, I can see. Put the speed on, and then was like, oh no, actually, I need to take that off, but didn't take it off quick enough. So, like you said, was braking still as I'm going round the corner, which is a strange feeling as opposed to like when you're, how to put it, free. Do you know what I mean? Your foot is over it, but you're not. You're just smooth around the corner. You know, because I'm already at the slow speed.
It's all about the weight balance. That's why.
Right. Okay. That's.
So what's happening when you're? I suppose.
Oh right, because yeah, I get the physics of it. Because the brakes are actually applied as you go around the corner. The weight goes on that side, so then the brake applies slightly more to that side. Would that be right?
It's more a case of when you're braking. Well, let's talk about it in terms of decelerating rather than braking, because you can be braking and still maintaining speed because we're going downhill.
Yeah.
Maintaining speed, but when you're decelerating, the weight goes forward. And then when you
Right,
turn,
okay.
the weight goes sideways.
Yeah.
You're putting all of that pressure on one.
Over here.
Yeah.
You're right, and then
that
you get a
makes the
little
back
whip.
a bit lighter. Yeah. And
Yeah, because we did whip ever so slightly. I could feel like, oh, I've overdone that.
Mhm.
Like, I don't mean we're but yeah, I was like, oh, I'm going into
Yeah.
the bank. Shit. Yeah.
Happens to Formula 1 drivers all the time. It's called
Yeah.
oversteer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's why we want that control. And it also, again, it coming in slower allows you to get on the gas and speed up where you want to on the way out of the
Yeah, I
corner.
mean, that's very, like you said, Formula 1. They slow right down for the corners, and it's all about
Yeah.
speed out of the corners.
Yeah, that's what we want to do, just slightly less extreme.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
them. But it's still the principles of the balance of the car and the weight of the car are exactly the same. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah, like I said, it allows you to speed up out of the corner once you've got that visibility and you can see.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think one thing, going back to right at the beginning of our lessons, is like just panic less at times. That's easier said than done, but that double roundabout in Heel, or it's, I don't know what you call the area.
Yeah, we'll call it
Heelish.
Heelish.
And then once you actually get in it, it's like, oh, it's actually okay. It's not actually a major problem.
Okay.
I think as well because it's a bit complicated, therefore everyone's on guard. So you're not the only one going in like, oh.
Yeah.
So other people have also slowed down, whereas in my
suppose-
head everybody's just.
Yeah, and you do
Yeah.
get that sometimes because you've got people who do it every day.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot smoother than I anticipated it being.
Okay.
I have enjoyed being on the sat nav because I think we've done this before where I don't know early enough which way I'm going, so I haven't had time to think what lane I should be in, choosing the left, choosing the right. Whereas because that does tell you, you do have that little bit of, I'm not saying you don't stay early, but I can pick, right, I need to be in the right lane here because I'm going straight, like that double roundabout.
Mhm.
So yeah, yeah, it's been quite good.
Yeah, I like what you said about the double minis, and what I'd say is you had that moment of like, oh, we're here.
Yeah, oh no, this is coming up, I hadn't thought about this.
But do you think now you're better at overriding that quicker?
Yeah.
Like before, that would then take over and you'd end up freaking
Just
out.
being on the, yeah, back.
Whereas you were able to kind of just go, actually, let me just do the stuff I know
Yeah.
how to do things.
Yeah.
And let me do those things. And
Like
that
I
will
think
get
I
me
said
through.
it at one point, it wasn't there, but just let me concentrate a sec so I can figure out in my head what lane I need to, like you say, you're always trying to think further ahead.
Yeah.
Just like we've done it on the way back from Newton Abbot, like, you know, as you're coming off the bypass,
Mhm.
and then I think there's 2 lanes and then it goes to 3 lanes, and there's lots of, and it's like, right, what lane are you getting in? Oh, well, this one, because half a mile down the road I'm taking a right, for example. So being in that right lane, even though you might not connect that right lane with that right turn yet, you might as well already be in it.
Okay.
So that, thinking ahead really.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's good. Right, let's change where sat-nav is taking us to. Must put it on your road. What road you live on?
Mallock. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, OCK.
I was working out. Trying to work out if it was 2 hours.
Yeah, Mallock Road Garage, that's the garage that you stopped by.
So that's going to take us back down. Do you want to go back down the
I'm not overly,
Country Lane Road, or do you want
I'm not too
to
fussed.
mix it up and go down Newton Abbot?
Could go Newton Abbot if you fancy.
Is that Newton Abbot? So,
Yeah, because you got to cross the river. So
you've always been pushing it.
yeah,
Cool. Right.
I'm gonna have to turn around.
Yeah.
Not here,
Okay. Good. Why?
because I can't see anything and they can't see me, as we talked about.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna nosy up
You
the
will
road a
arrive
bit.
at your destination at 4:57
You
p.m.
find either the sat-nav might redirect you to take that into account.
Can I just move it like that
Oh.
and have a look, and then recenter? No, so it's not gonna be able to.
Wait a minute. Wait, go down that road. The road. Go down Mellenden Drive. So go right.
It's dead end, I think.
Is it? No, carry on. So carry on up that road. Turn around that corner to the right. Carry on down there. I think you might find that will reconnect you. Keep going down that road. No, don't go that way. Keep going down that road. Keep going. I think, is it going to reconnect to your blue line? No, it's not, because, well,
Oh, I'll go that way and try it.
yeah. Or if you find somewhere. Oh, I tell you what. No, we can't. We can't go the way it wants us to go because it's up that close road.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go that way.
Yeah, let's end that idea. It was going to.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
It would have taken us up to the dual carriageway.
Got that past you.
So, yeah, we'll go. Is that going to give us a better route? Yeah, that would have gone up the dual carriageway. So yeah, we'll probably have to go back.
Okay.
Either we can go back along that road, or we'll just head down towards. I'll direct you
Well,
a little bit.
I was gonna say if you need to direct me, just
I'll override. So we're still in the same issue.
yeah, I can't see.
We
so
can
I'm
either
gonna-
carry
You
on
will
round
arrive
or
at
go
your
find somewhere to turn
destination at
around.
4:58
I'll carry on
p.m.
round, and if it doesn't reroute, then I'll just have to turn around.
Okay.
Mhm.
We've already had a car give us a very good demonstration on how to turn around anyway. So
Yeah.
just do one of those U-turns. I was as dodgy as it was. I was impressed at how well he got the car to spin around in one.
Talking
big
about that
loop.
guy in Watcombe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was more annoyed that he'd indicated, if I'll be honest with you. Oh yeah, it's rerouted us.
Yeah. So now I'll follow. But if you were going to turn around, where would you?
Well, you mean round here?
Yeah.
Definitely here,
Yeah.
in this area, because it's nice and I can see pretty much quite far both ways.
Okay. Yeah. This is.
I think that's what you were looking for. This drive here.
Yeah.
No, but about here.
Yeah, lovely little 3-point turn area around here.
Yes.
Actually not.
Oh, that's a nice view. I bet it costs to live up here just because of that view.
Yeah.
That is a good view.
You have to walk up the hill every day to get to it though.
Not if you learn to drive.
Yeah, you pick up
So
a
I'd
pupil,
never have a dog, mate.
pick up a pupil from around here. Where would you learn to drive? Have you seen the hills?
Ah, okay, thanks, mate. Which way are we going? Go right. Oh, a bit of chicane.
How far down the road can we see?
Can't.
At the end of the road, turn right, new road.
I always find that quite ironic.
New road.
It's been there for ages.
It's like Plymouth, the oldest road, and the Barbican's called New Road.
Oh, really?
Turn right.
Good. I think recognising you couldn't see there was good as well.
Yeah.
Let that translate into slow down creep,
Yeah.
which I think it did. To some extent.
I think the difficulty was that guy then couldn't, because of that little corner there.
Yeah, you were right.
And I'll be honest, I didn't really think he can't see me. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
a horrible pothole. Sorry.
Not much you can do about that though. It was clear when you set off you can't see round corners,
No.
so you had to sort of take your opportunity. I suppose the only thing you could do is get on with it.
Yes, like, boom,
Don't
right,
dawdle
got my
across the road.
space. I can see ahead, that's okay. I should have checked that right a little bit more there.
At the end of the road, turn left, B3192, Exeter Road.
So I think if that's the left they just took, yeah it is.
Turn left,
So again, just have a little think about your visibility.
Yeah.
Quite well.
Yep. So yeah, it's almost like the opposite of
Yeah, nice long distance down there, you
sort
can
of
see.
roll around. What's this signpost on the left mean?
It's an escape lane for the lorries, so probably as well it's going to be really steep.
Good. I like the fact you've taken your own bit of information from that signpost, because you're probably thinking, well, I'm not going to use the escape lane.
No, but they're trying to tell you, especially if you say in the geared cars as well, what you said
Yep.
before. Didn't know there's an escape lane here. Yeah, okay. Where is it?
A bit further down the road.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about that space.
It's a small space, so I'm going to slow down.
I'd possibly be even slower.
Okay.
Think about one of these doors opening.
Yeah, true.
Still not quite made the escape lane.
I know, if you've come down here,
It's 90.
after
had to
300
barrel
yards,
round these
turn
corners
right,
and-
A379, Exeter Road.
right, anyway. Oh, it's not even very big either, but I'm sure it'll work.
Yeah.
Right,
Looks
so...
like someone's tried it.
Oh, yeah. Right, so... I'm not gonna lie, a bit confused.
Very confused about.
Where I'm going. Nah, oh, right, okay. So I'm gonna stick that on.
So what's confusing
Turn
there?
right.
Do you see, but I've overly confused myself thinking all roads lead the way I'm going. See that grey bit there?
Yep.
But obviously that's the other side of the road.
Cool. I think what I would take from that, you're right, it's good to look at the map layout sometimes. But to be honest, the sat nav just said at the end of the road turn right.
Yeah.
I think if
You know me, I
didn't, but if you didn't have a sat nav and I'd said to you at the end of the road turn right,
yeah, I wouldn't have had any problem. Yeah.
So it's that same thing. It's about don't forget to look at the road, I suppose.
Yeah.
think that's what
Don't just
happened.
rely on that like
You-
you're driving a GTA or
Yeah,
something.
you were driving the map rather than the real world then, yeah. So it's got this piece of wood falling off the back of his car.
I think once you get a sat nav, it is very GTA, if you know what I mean. Or a video game where there's a little map down the bottom corner.
It'd be nice if you could see the man walking across.
Yeah,
the road
that'd
on
also
there,
be
so-
great.
Yeah. 10
He
points.
didn't even look at
10
all.
points for
mate.
getting him. Remember that first GTA where we used to run over the line of monks?
Yeah.
That was always good.
Is that the top-down one?
Yeah, that was like, yeah.
It's GTA London. Good lady.
After 200 yards, turn left, A379.
Just scrap that, we'll go right lane, sorry.
Okay.
This is the bit where I think that obviously can go where we're going, but I think we just want to
Okay, sure.
mix it up a little bit.
Just
I think if you'd have
Little
struggled down the road, I'd go back and go the other way, but
okay.
I think this will give us a slightly different route home.
Rage.
I wonder who's raging about who.
I think someone was just sat at this green light, not going.
Possibly. Just
Turn
thinking about
left,
whether we're gonna get stuck.
A379.
I don't
What
guess.
could we do here to help us because we can't see?
Back up for a little bit.
So actually now, my guess is you can also see better,
A bit, yeah.
as well as if something happened in front of us.
We've got the space to stop.
Turn right, Invertain Drive. Then
Yeah.
turn left.
I didn't even realise it had told us to do that. At some point it will realise that going straight on is what we want to do. There you go.
Okay.
Let's bring it back late a little bit. Are we going back home or?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yep.
Or I mean, if you need to go, you can drop me anywhere. I'm not too fussed.
Yeah, just here. Maybe you could. No. There's a bus
Don't
stop.
worry, I've got it.
There's a bus stop nearby. You can get the bus home.
Oh right, yeah. I thought you said steer.
After 300
Stay
yards,
here.
keep left. Then make a U-turn.
Again, we'll ignore the U-turn until it decides to stop telling us to go backwards.
Okay. Oh, I hate this. It's
Keep
that one,
left.
isn't it?
Then make a U-turn.
Is that right?
You've actually changed the sensitivity to lower.
Oh, so it was already on, and
After
it
100
senses it
yards,
itself.
make a
Nice.
U-turn. Make a U-turn.
Think of it
Shut
a
up.
bit like a volume button.
Okay.
You're turning up the volume of the
It is those little things as well that if we could go over them at some point, because I don't want to be on the exam and
After
be like,
100
I can't turn the
yards,
windscreen
turn right.
wipers on.
Then
Okay,
turn
hang on
around
now.
when possible.
Yeah, so it's away from me,
Yeah,
turns it up,
do one more.
and you get mad fast.
Mad fast.
Okay,
Stay
and I can knock it back.
Efficient.
Yeah, because those are the kind of small things that will fluster me, and then I'll end up,
How's your speed doing right now?
I'm okay.
Are you?
I could go a little faster, but
Okay.
is that what you were?
I would
Alluring
prefer
to.
if we were going a bit faster, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Just trying to concentrate on my windscreen wiper.
And actually, that's part of it, isn't it? Sort of like being able to do that and then not drop
Yeah.
down to
Yes.
not moving speeds.
Yeah, that is kind of why I did ask though, because I do need to.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll have a little look at the other ones in a second as well then.
Just because we've done it before, you know, and it absolutely chucked it down in Newton Abbot,
Yeah.
and it did just proper fluster me because I can't see.
So, yeah,
Oh, sorry, mate.
that's why you missed it. Just you skimmed the left of
Yeah.
it. Oh, that's a sneaky little one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pleasant.
I drove down this road last night. I'm surprised I didn't see that.
Slow down.
Sad face.
Oh no.
Okay, so do you want to try the wipers again?
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Good. Plan a bit fast. Good. And
Wipers are irritating.
what about washing the front windscreen? How do we do that?
Do we pull the stick towards us? Is that
Some cars, yes. Not
Yeah.
this car.
not this
This
car?
car, that will make the lights flash.
Oh yeah, that's actually beam, isn't it? Yeah.
So there's a button on the end of the stick. Have a little press. So,
Hold.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a bit harder than I'd.
Good.
It's quite difficult to multitask.
Try that again. A bit easier that time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just knowing where these things are.
I think that is it.
I mean, that is a good one. I get massive seagull
when you get your
drops on the car, then I can.
and when you're driving your own car, you get more familiar.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's why I just wanted to be familiar with yours because obviously I do the test in this.
Let's go through the back wipers then in a minute, and we'll get around some of these bends first. Because
Yeah, if you don't mind.
you could potentially do them on the little straight bits, but because you're going to have to think about it a little bit more, we'll wait until after the bends.
Yeah. I was quite happy doing it while we were stopped, mate, to be honest.
That's too easy. So we're in a bit of a bendy road scenario again, yeah?
Yeah, so
So going back to thinking about what we talked about, thinking
Yeah.
about those limit points.
tell you what, wipers are pretty irritating. I know you need them, but
I agree. So can you see we've got the solid white lines here? We were talking
Yes.
about lines earlier. What do
Yeah.
these mean?
no overtaking.
Cool. So what is it? So obviously solid white lines on both sides here.
Yeah, you'll have
What
to
does it
film
mean
me
when
in.
it's only solid white lines on one side?
Oh, like
Like now.
we can overtake, they can't. The arrows give it away a little bit, and then it's reversed over here.
Good. Good, nice judgment into that bend.
So I'm interested in sat nav figured. Yeah, it knows where we're going now.
Yeah, it's decided to play.
But we can just see over the hedge, that's quite useful.
Nice.
Can't hear that.
So you can see this beautiful view of the city, you mean?
No, I meant the car's coming the other way.
I was joking.
Good.
How far can we see around this bend?
Can't.
So, good. What about our... Can we see around this bend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scary.
No, I'm just going for
Oh,
the
I know we
opposite
are as
there,
well.
aren't we?
Because that's that little arch. When I'm at Coombe Cellars, just a pub across the way.
Yep. Oh yeah, I like it over there.
It's great, isn't it? I only went recently for the first time, and actually
After 800
really enjoyed
yards,
it.
go left on the roundabout
chain as
and
well.
take the first
Right,
exit,
so-
A380, Bessigheim Way.
Okay, I was not concentrating on listening to you, mate. So
What's it telling us at the top?
500 yards, Bessigheim Way, and it's on the left at the roundabout.
Good. That's all you need to know.
It's only 30, but I feel like I'm going slow.
It's not 30. It's 60.
It says 30.
Okay, that's wrong.
Okay.
Sat nav says 60.
Ah, right, okay. Well, if you were wondering why I was
Go
going
left
so
on the
slow,
roundabout
that's why.
and take the first exit, A380, Bessigheim Way.
Probably just being cautious. So is that just missing the signpost? A little bit. So
No, I was sure there was a 30 signpost.
let's concentrate on this first.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
happening?
Coming on.
Okay. Push that indicator stick that your hand's next to. Good. Just to help you out, you'll need the right hand lane here, okay?
Yeah, we're going straight across Penning.
When safe.
Yeah, we'll do. Oh. Drive straight, Jake.
So what are you going to do about the fact that it's
Quite busy. I'm going to stick my indicator on and hope
Okay.
anything backs up. Yeah.
looking at the traffic ahead for me?
Oh, actually, shit.
Okay, cool. So
Leave it on.
Cancel the indicator. Just keep driving
Okay.
because it's not really safe for us to dive into
Nah, I
that
can
lane
just
now, is
dive
it?
in. That was it. Because that little Fiat 500 was going to let me go,
Good.
or
Just
was
keep-
backing off anyway.
Keep the speed going for me at the moment because you're
Yeah.
just slowing down in
Oh,
in
yeah, I
a
am.
free-flowing lane at the
Yeah,
moment.
sorry.
Is it safe for us to move across? Can you see any other opportunities?
There's one here. If I was to slow down.
But what's happening ahead again?
Slowing down.
So cancel it. Carry on. Have a look at the. No, I think we'll just carry on.
Okay. Well, that wasn't fun. Coppers as well.
So what we're gonna do?
Yes. Go round Pennin?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
That
were
wasn't
really,
fun at all.
If you're really confident, dive into that gap. But
I feel like you'd shout at me, so.
yeah, no, that's fine. But actually, I'd rather we learn the. Turn that off. Take your hand away from the indicator. We're going straight on.
We are just gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just gonna. But
But no, I think I'd rather you learn the lesson of if you don't think it's safe to do the lane change, we will go the way we're going. Yeah.
okay.
So we're going to go in the left lane here. We're going to follow at the roundabout. We're going to follow the road ahead to second exit. You might
I
actually
haven't done this
find.
before. That'll come out before them.
Yeah, look at the signpost. Which ones go to Torquay? None of them actually, but Kurzweil is probably where you're following the signs for.
Goes out. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was a pain, but I think, like you say, a lesson learned. The only thing I need to remember there is I can't just slow down. I think I was doing like 29 at one point. So yeah.
To be fair, so was the traffic ahead, but you've got to be aware.
Not
of
in
that.
our lane.
Yeah,
it was
going a
in
little
the
bit
other
faster.
lane, and I was trying to kind of match the other lane. So that is a little lesson for myself to, yeah, and then get my hand off the indicator.
Cross the roundabout.
You know, like if
and
I'm
take
not
the
going,
second
'cause I
exit,
put it on loads of
A380
times and didn't
Torquay
go.
Road.
Mhm.
I don't know what you feel about that, but
So, just keep your distance if you like. So, I think actually, possibly the biggest lesson to learn from there is where you're looking when you're doing a lane change. 'Cause
Okay.
Where was your main focus?
well, I was looking in here.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
Which a lot of the time is important because you're
Yeah.
changing. Yeah.
I see what you mean. So a lot of the time, yeah, I would feel like I'm doing a good job looking there, but actually, way up ahead, it's slowing down to a stop.
Mhm.
So the change that I think, if I'd have just gone, I'd have looked back up and been like, whoa, yeah, okay, that's
Because
really
the
good.
lane change you were planning was including a speed up
Yes.
because that's what you were
To-
going to
to-
speed up ahead of that white
Yeah.
car. But we didn't have speed up available to us.
Yep, got you.
Yeah. Straight ahead.
Yeah.
Don't follow the van.
It's this one.
Yeah, just take your mirrors. Make sure we're safe. Good.
There's.
The irony being how long it will take them to get along that traffic jam and across this bridge and stuff. Checking the mirrors.
Yeah.
There's that little white car we're going to put in front of.
Oh yeah. Nice. So we didn't really even lose that much time.
What's the signpost telling you?
That I just stay in this lane.
Good.
Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it? Go around it and
Almost the same speed, yeah.
and had to stop at the lights as well.
Yeah, but those lights changed a bit earlier. We were well ahead.
Little sneaky trick to think of in the future.
So, what have we learnt there?
Yeah, that was because we have actually driven on there quite a few times, but that hasn't happened because I think maybe we were doing the 11 o'clock lessons.
Yep.
And it was a lot quieter. Lots more eye flicking. If you remember, we talked about that.
Yep.
So like, great. I would say I was doing real good looking in my right-hand mirror and being able to gauge what's going on behind me and rear mirror, to be honest. But actually, and then forgetting to look and see what is the situation ahead actually, because I guess in my brain you just assume that the traffic's free flowing ahead, but obviously it might not be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that. And if it's unsafe, just carry on.
Yep.
Not carry on with what you're trying to do. I mean,
Carry
what
on,
we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's unsafe, carry on being
Bloody-
unsafe.
Yeah, no. Even if you've indicated, okay, that's forgivable, but making the manoeuvre when it's unsafe, putting people at risk, so like that's probably less forgivable.
Yeah. It's forgivable.
Well, I'm sure
Oh,
you
yeah, I
get,
crashed into the side of you.
yeah, you get what I'm.
I do, yeah. anything you could have done differently to make it so we did get in the lane? Like, so I'm thinking if I was driving,
I think
would
been
have-
more assertive.
Okay.
I do think there were spaces that I could have, but because I was like double checking, and obviously we're having a chat because you're letting me know about what's going on. I don't know, because if I had dived in, I would have come up against the situation of, I need to stop. I don't know, I'm 50-50. I feel like if I'd have been a bit more experienced, I would have found a place to slot in. And especially once I'd really slowed down, I feel like just being assertive and got in there, because I'd already slowed down quite considerably.
Yeah.
So I think I would have been able to stop. I would have been able to
After 3 quarters
slow
of a
down
mile,
enough
keep
for
left.
the congestion ahead. So a bit more assertive,
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah.
Or also just deciding earlier on, no, I'm just going to stay in this lane and go around the roundabout.
Okay.
Like, again, a bit more just like confidence to make the decision.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you potentially with a bit more, you actually could have probably got in front of that white car.
Yeah.
I think you.
Like I say, I was going to take that one, but that was just when you warned me that we've got a slowdown up ahead.
I think that's possibly the difference. I would have already been over by that point. I think it would take you
Okay,
a little
fair.
bit too long
Yeah.
to work out he was letting you go,
Yeah, okay.
and then by that point, and you started speeding up at that point, I think I would have already been out at that.
I
that
think going
point.
straight on is going to be quicker
Okay.
if you,
Yeah, you go straight away.
just because I know we're running a bit late.
Yeah. That's fine.
And also, if it hits 5 o'clock, you can just drop me in the top of Shippy. I don't mind a walk.
Nice. No problem. Got to drop the trip back anyway.
Thanks for that, Phil. Most helpful.
So.
And thank you for letting me sit in. I appreciate that.
Not a problem. It's always interesting, usually when I drive, there's no one in the back. I look out and I go, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Especially this ugly mug.
Oh. Stalled?
Yeah. Don't have that problem, do I? That is one, actually. Can an automatic stall itself? Like, obviously it would be a mechanical issue, but if it does, same procedure, you just turn off, start again.
Yeah, I don't think it can.
They can't? No?
I don't know, maybe some of the older ones, maybe.
Right, okay.
I don't think mine. This one definitely wasn't.
It wouldn't, right. Just worth asking.
Not much fun to jump start.
Well, no.
How do you feel about the speed right now?
Push it up a little bit.
So what about now?
Yeah, now I'm going to back off a little bit.
Good.
Now I'm going to continue onwards.
But do you think actually the reason that's happened is
Because I was slow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, learning the roads and looking out for those signs. So I saw the grey sign, you know, the can't remember his name, but the 70 sign, national speed limit sign. And then I guess I saw it a little bit late, to be honest. I think.
Okay. So I think maybe that's something we might, because I think we just missed the signpost on the way back as well, didn't we?
I don't know. I'd love to drive that again because you said it was 60.
It was 60.
I'm pretty sure I saw a sign for 30.
I think what you saw was a max speed 30 sign.
Max speed 30 sign.
Yeah, which is not it wasn't in a red circle, was it?
Oh,
We can go drive the road again, but
Yeah.
but that is exactly what it is, but that's one of those roads I do know very well.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I trust your judgment over mine, to be honest.
My daughter lives in Dawlish, so I do that journey quite a lot. But so what it is it goes to national speed limit. Actually, no, it goes max speed 30 first, and then there's
So
national
what
speed
does
limit.
max? Oh right, so you think I missed the entire? Right, okay, I'm with you.
So max speed 30 is in a rectangle,
Yeah.
which is an informational sign, not an order.
Okay, I know I've done my theory, but I'm a bit confused on that then.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Yeah,
Fine.
why?
So that's an order. That's 40 is the maximum speed you can drive at.
Yes.
Okay. The a max speed 30
Oh,
sign
they're suggesting you don't go any faster than 30.
because it's really bendy. Yeah.
Got you. Right, got you.
In that situation, because it's really bendy. In other situations, it might be for other hazards, but it's giving you an
It's
advisory
advice.
speed.
Right,
But you
yeah,
still-
yeah, that
but
makes
you can still use your own judgment within that as well.
Yeah, got you.
Obviously, don't go ignoring it, like going, oh, screw you, 60.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you now. I got confused because they're using the word max. So
Yes.
in your head you go, oh, I'm only allowed to. So I was like, why is there two different types of signs? But yeah,
one of the
I
big-
understand what you mean now.
So one of the things, obviously, is advisory, so you can still go slightly over
Yes.
over the 30 if you feel like your car can handle that, or if you can see it to be safe.
Yeah.
The other thing that's hugely different is it doesn't tell you when that ends. So if you went into a 30 limit, they would have to then put another signpost saying 60 to
Right.
take you back to 60 or 70.
Oh, okay, right, yes. Now I'm with
advisory.
you. I think I understand. So it was national speed limit, but they're advising you to do 30.
And that won't change, but then when you come out of the bends, it's obviously
It's
now
back
going
up
to go
to-
back up to
Right, okay, yeah, and that's why I've stuck it.
Yeah. Generous.
Yeah, put behind me.
Just casually parking,
I know.
unaware of the carnage. Well spotted.
Thank you.
See, it's that sort of stuff I think you're really good at, like spotting those hazards.
So that has a
Roundabout.
perception.
But maybe what you're slightly lacking is, say, for example, I need that indicator. Missing like these sort of kind of signposts on the
I think
back.
signposts, yeah, I think I'm quite, like you say, I'm good at spotting a hazard, but maybe not always, especially on new roads that we've been driving. I think I'm too focused, and I mean everything's a new road until you've done it once, so it's not a good excuse, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm focusing. I know it's because I've not passed or got the experience as such yet, but I'm focusing too much on what's dead ahead of me, as opposed to looking up for those signs. And in fact, those signs are,
Wait, sorry, can I pause you a second?
yeah,
You
not
see-
the car, but.
Can you see the signpost?
Oh.
What's the signpost saying? I know you're busy.
Right, okay, yeah, max speed 20.
Good.
Right, okay.
When patrol, actually.
So-
Just
Has someone else
just
followed me?
Go left a bit.
Yeah.
That's fine, you got room. And then back to the right now. Good. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening. She needs
Yeah,
to pull
she's
into that
getting
gap.
that space. Sorry, lady, but
There you go, now you're okay.
I'm good.
Let's go. Where are these? Oh, maybe it's like
It's
an
a
after school club. It's like the 5 o'clock pickups. instead
Parents'
of-
evening, innit?
Yeah. So that's the max speed sign that we talked about in a rectangle.
Yes, I saw
So
it there.
The speed limit right now is not 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
should be, really.
Possibly, yeah. But I suppose I think why they've done it like that is they're saying during school times, please drive at 20.
Yeah,
But
It's
when
not the law,
when
but-
it's not school times, maybe 20, maybe 30 is okay through there.
yeah.
Yeah, or 25 or whatever.
Yeah. Big yellow sign. I saw it. You just caught me out like, stop. I was like, oh, shit.
I meant pause your words, not the
Yeah.
car. Yeah. Space, aim for the space.
Bit of space.
So slowly then, killing that speed. Good. And then give yourself time to turn back out. It's all about choosing the right speed for the scenario.
Yeah. Oh, he stopped. Thank you, sir.
It's definitely not a sir.
Madam. Person.
I think if you're gonna put
Hey, you
some
never know.
odds on it, it was it was more likely to be a lady. Being very polite and nice to us. So, whoa. Saying that though, when she was driving
She
out
was
as full
keen,
speed
mate.
pedal.
Yeah, she was
So,
keen.
yeah, that's why you
She
can't
just missed
stereotype.
parents' evening, that's what it is, mate.
Oh, I could have dropped you off. So I'll drop you off on the way back.
Oh, you round here?
It's fine, keep going.
Okay.
First stop, garage. I'm busting for a wee.
Yes, it's 2-hour lessons. You didn't do 2-hour lessons, did you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you do. There you go.
Yeah, I'd rather do 4 2 hours or 3 2 hours than hour as well. Now. The only time I do an hour is if it's going to benefit me, or somebody just needs like a
Top up.
after a test to work on a few little minors or something, or major or serious. That's the time that I don't do an hour.
When I was 18, all my lessons were an hour. I actually much prefer these 2-hour ones because I feel like we can get more into it.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, so if you think about like today, obviously that
wouldn't have been possible, really.
That was that certainly that wouldn't be possible. But even if we split today into 2 like separate 1-hour lessons, you wouldn't be able to do what we did today.
No.
Like you'd lose. Like you'd come into the second lesson not like we hit the ground running in that second hour. We're able to like push that sort of sat nav and push the awareness and planning. You've kind of left him hanging a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
You might want to tuck a little bit to the left, and he's okay with it. he was like, "That's plenty of space, mate."
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah.
I was not as keen. And possibly he should have stopped in that gap there, actually. Well, not possibly, he really should have.
I think the sad thing we've talked about as well, though, is if I'm lingering. Someone like he was quite confident, clearly, going for that space.
Yeah.
So he's just going to go, oh, well, this guy's hanging around.
Yeah, and I think that's the key, is if you're going to hang around, I think it's a stop junction. On the left,
Yeah,
towards the edge of the junction.
Where we usually stop.
Yeah, if you're gonna hang around like that, hang around next to a space.
Next to a space. Or at least give more space.
Well, further back.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you give.
The only reason I went a bit more forward is because we've got those it's a parked van. So if I stop there, I'm blocking that bit, but I guess he could have then come down, he could have stopped, and then I could have moved into the space.
Yeah. Right, talk to me about today.
Yeah, good lesson, I really enjoyed that.
Positives?
Yeah.
What?
Just free driving kind of thing.
Free driving. Yeah.
Independently with the sat nav kind of thing. Love to do it again.
Good.
Making your own decisions rather than you saying get in the left lane, get in the right, that was good. I think being put out of your comfort zone as well is worthwhile, because like you say, most driving outside of Torquay is going to be on unfamiliar roads as it is, and as much as it wasn't a mess up, but the not being able to get back in was a nice little natural lesson that just reared its own head.
That might be worth something we maybe go and have a look at.
Sure.
Lane changes.
Yeah, sure.
Just put ourselves in that scenario a little
We
bit
have
more.
done it before when we drove to Exeter. I think we've been to Exeter twice.
That's more like though changing lanes when you're overtaking, which is slightly different. Whereas that's like changing lanes when everyone's changing lanes. And
Okay. Yeah.
Just go over that bridge a few times and
Yep.
work with that a bit.
Yeah,
Might
sure.
be worth a lesson. Okay, brilliant. Careful when you get out, and
I'll have your door
I'll see you